Okay, I'm going to show you all how to make a simple storage mechanism, okay, using a broken pipe. This is a broken pipe. You can see the pipe is broken, right? So I'm going to make a storage mechanism to store long raw material like iron rods, aluminum rods inside this pipe, right? So let's get started. So first thing first, we're going to measure this and we're going to cut. Okay, this is after cutting. So this is 80 cm long, 60 cm long, 40 cm long. The idea is you can keep different lengths of raw material inside. So make sure when you cut it is flat, right? So the bottom is flat. So if it's not flat, it will not stand straight. So now what we are going to do, we're going to mount it on a base. Okay, we're going to mount it on a base. So we are going to cut a base now to mount these three pipes on the base. Let's get started. Okay, if you already cut and if you come across the base is not straight, you can cut this in many ways. You can use a hacksaw or you can use a grinder if you have a grinder, right? But you got to be careful. You got to wear your safety gloves and your goggles and your ear muff. Okay, so if it's not flat, you may just use the grinder, okay, and just grind it aside. In such a way it is flat. You can see it's very flat now. So you just put it stands straight. Okay, so when we want to make the base now, we need some raw material. Okay, what we have a 4mm polyurethane board. Okay, this board is basically waterproof, right? Very light. Okay, and you need a set square, some blade, measuring, a marker pen. You need some L brackets. Okay, all these you can get it from DIY. Later I will talk about the cost, right? You need a drill, and obviously you need the drill bits. Why? Because you are going to mount, you're going to support the pipe to the base by means of the L bracket, and either you use a screw or you rivet it straight. In this case I'm going to rivet it straight. So I have my riveting, I have my rivets here with all the sizes. I just choose. Okay, so let's cut the board shape now. So the base roughly is going to be 34 cm long, and it's going to be about 12 cm wide. Okay, in this case I think I will cut extra 2 cm or maybe 1 cm wider, just for additional support, right? So the pipe diameter actually is, let me see, what is the pipe diameter? Yeah, pipe diameter is actually 11 cm. Okay, this is the pipe properties. Okay, okay, I've already cut the plate. After cutting the plate, you may secure this to the plate by a L bracket. Okay, you may just put it here, and if you have a longer L bracket it will be better. Okay, better support, but I only have this small one. Okay, so you can put it here all around, right? So now we're going to rivet it. We're going to drill holes to rivet this guy. Okay, after marking, these are the place to be drilled. Let's drill this guy. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay, so after you have rivet here, don't rivet here first. Arrange all this on the panel, right? Get it all set up with the gaps all. You are already happy with the placement. Okay, then only you do the marking here, and then you can do the drilling to rivet it. Okay, a quick update. I think I'm not going to use a rivet for the bottom plate, because if I use a rivet, it doesn't secure well. You know, it might come out anytime, so I'm going to use a nut and bolt instead. So I'm going to put a nut, going to put a thin plate, and I'm going to put the bolt. I mean the bolt, this is the bolt, and then the nut is down there. Okay, just finished securing this to this plate. So I've used a nut and bolt, right? And I also use a double plate because I noticed single plate I think is a bit too thin, so I use double plate. You may also use maybe a wood or maybe a metal base, you know, to make it more stronger, right? So in my case, I'm using a double PU board. Okay, so I'm using a nut and bolt system so that it is much more secured. So it's already, you can see now. So this is how it's going to look like, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put castors underneath here, 4 castors. All right, 4 360 degrees rotatable castors wheels, right? One is about $3 to $4 in DIY. So I got 4 pieces. So I'm going to mount them down. So this is how it's going to look. So I'm going to drill a hole and put also I'm going to use a nut and bolt system. 2 screws, 2 nut and bolts per caster should be fine. If you want to put all 4, no problem. Alright, casters are well placed, so you can see. Okay, so if you want it to spin more freely, you may spray some silicone or WT-40 at the bearings here, right? And also the pin connection at the roller. Okay, let's see what's the next step. Okay, so you can see it moves freely, right? You can move freely, no problem, but you can see it's not okay. So the next step, we are going to secure these 3 pipes together by means of a cable or anything you have, all DIY. So I bought this also from DIY. This is normally used to hang the clothes, right? It is a thin likewise cable. Let me just see whether I can show you the cross section. Hold on, yeah. Right, so this is how it look like. Okay, outside is plastic, inside is steel. So we are going to use this to secure the 3 pipes together, and you may tie this by a connector, a big connector. I think not mistaken, this is, I'm not sure how many M connector. It's quite big, 20 M's I think. Okay, So show you in a while how we're gonna do it. All right. So after tying, this is how it looks like. This is the cable, this is the connector. You just go through it, I think a few rounds just to secure it. Now you see it's rigid, it doesn't move. The castors are also good, but I feel it's a bit hard to move, so I'm going to spray with silicone spray. I just place it here. Right. Let's bring it down like this. So I have this silicone spray. It lubricates, waterproof, protects, eliminates squid, and prevents seizing. Right, very good stuff. You can get it from DIY. It's less than 20 bucks. So I'm just going to spray a bit here, 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 and also between the pin connection of the tire. All right. Yep. Better. Spins good. Okay. So let's see now how it works. Yeah, certainly it moves very nicely, freely. Right. I will be fixing a handle here, right? So you just can hold that and pull where you want to go and bring your stuff. So later I will load my stuff inside to show you guys the housekeeping of using a DIY broken water pipe, fix it into a stackable housekeeping to keep all your, you know, your rods, your long material like your, you know, your aircon pipe or water pipe or your aluminium rail, whatsoever steel you have, you just put it here, you know. And what you want to, when you want to use, you just have to hold the handle, you just bring it over towards you. You don't need have to come and take one by one, which is really troublesome. I mean, for me lah, you know. So hope this gives you some idea. There will be a lot of ways you can improvise it based on your own preference. For example, the bottom plate you may use steel, you know, or you can improvise the bracket here to be not seen, or you can put it inside. Yeah, a lot of ways. Or maybe the pipe you can cut it at an inclined angle, you know, for more cosmetic look, more presentable look. But since this is a bit of engineering, so I think we just leave it like this. All right. Okay, you can see my material. I have these materials, all this and all this. Oh my god, all this. So we're gonna organize it inside here. Right, just have to yep, much better. All right, everything is inside, so it's neat and nice. So whenever you want to use any of the stuff, or maybe you want to choose, you just have to, you can either take it up from here, or you can just, I think we need a handle, huh? You can just pull it and go. Yep, it's nice. So this is the DIY storage, stackable storage, DIY stackable storage using a broken water pipe of diameter about 10 cm. So you got 80 cm, you got 60 cm in length, and you got 40 cm in length, and you have a plate secured by nuts and bolts and also rivets, and also you got four 360 degrees castors, so this thing is freely to move anywhere you pull, in which direction. So, and it's also been secured by means of a cable, okay, around it, so you can improvise it if you think it's necessary. Hopefully it gives you some idea, to give you guys some ideas on how you can, improvise this, or you can use the idea to do it also for yourself. Okay, okay, thank you.